Welcome back to California Politics 360, and tonight we're covering the state's redistricting battle. Joining us now is Sacramento County Representative Ami Bera. Representative Bera, thank you so much for joining us.
Ashley, thanks for having me on.
So I want to get right into it. You represent District 6, but right after these maps were released, we were hearing rumblings you're considering running in District 3, which has been drawn to try to remove Republican Kevin Kiley. Any update from you on which seat you plan to run for next year?
You know, what they did to my current District 6 was really split it into two districts. So both districts have about 60% of voters that have voted for me in the past. They bring Folsom back in the new District 3. You know, I'm talking to elected officials. You know, a lot of folks in the Folsom area have reached out and said, hey, Congressman, we want you to represent us again because we don't have the representation that we had when you were here. So, you know, I might be leaning a little bit towards the California 3 race, but I'm going to go through, do my due diligence, you know, talk to electeds, talk to supporters in the area. And the hope is, you know, sometime in that first or second week of September, I'll make a decision.
Okay, first, second week of December. So
I'm sorry, so first or second week of September.
September, okay. So fairly quickly you plan to move on this.
Yeah.
Okay. So just my next question, your Democratic colleagues, California leaders have said this is an attempt to fight fire with fire based on what's happening in Texas, where they're essentially doing the same thing for Republicans. I mean, how confident are you, though, that this could be effective if other Republican states with looser redistricting laws also do the same?
You know, I wish we weren't actually going through this. You know, I may end up running against Kevin Kiley, but I support the bill that he's put forth saying let's not do any mid-decade redistricting in any state. That said, we've already seen Texas approve new congressional lines. So I think we have to do what we can in California. And I would hope other states take a look, and those, you know, states like New York, Illinois, others would, you know, fight fire with fire. Again, I would hope that we ban mid-decade redistricting, but this is about what the future of this country looks like.
Any discussion with Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries on Republican Kevin Kiley's proposal?
Well, you know what? I think when we get back next week, there'll be a lot of discussion. I think you probably will see Democrats speak out in support. And again, if that bill were to be put on the floor by Speaker Johnson, I think you'd see a lot of Democratic support.
Okay, and just I want to circle back to your district before we let you go. Representative Bera, what would be your message to Republicans in either District 3 or District 6 who are maybe concerned about losing their representation in Congress?
I mean, what I'd say to constituents throughout the Sacramento region is this is a region that post-COVID is on the recovery. We've got challenges. We've got to build more housing. You know, if I were to represent the new District 3, you know, the Tahoe Truckee Basin is one of the jewels of California. We've got to make sure we preserve that. We've had devastating forest fires. We've got to make sure we manage our forests very well. I would get Folsom Lake back, and that is hugely important to our surface water and drinking water in this region. So I'd continue to work on those issues of water because we've had really bad droughts. And then, you know, in the District 6, this is all interconnected. So, you know, whether I'm in District 3 or District 6, I see us as a region.
Representative Bera, thank you so much for your time and joining us tonight.
Thanks, Ashley. Be well.
Joining us now is Representative Kevin Kiley, one of the Republicans whose seat is being targeted in the proposed maps. Representative Kiley, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Yeah, first, you introduced this proposal to prohibit mid-decade redistricting nationwide. What's the status of that measure?
Well, as soon as Congress reconvenes next week, I'm going to push for it to be heard as quickly as possible. I've asked the Speaker to bring it to the floor of the House of Representatives as soon as we're back.
Yeah, you made that request to the Speaker most recently in a post on X publicly when he was criticizing California's gerrymandering effort. You said, Mr. Speaker, quote, these are nice words, but we need action. And you urged him again to bring that bill to the floor. I mean, have you spoken to the Speaker since? I mean, what are the chances that we actually see federal action in response to what's happening in California?
I've spoken to the Speaker multiple times and certainly conveyed my view to him, and we have bipartisan support for this. I've heard from folks on both sides of the aisle who just think this is the wrong thing for our country, to have one state after another gerrymandering in an unscheduled way in the middle of the decade. And of course, it's especially bad here in California because our voters have said specifically, we don't want this. They've said we should have redistricting done by an independent commission. So this idea that now the politicians are trying to grab the power back and move our state backwards to this era of gerrymandering, it's exactly the wrong thing for our state. But I don't like gerrymandering wherever it occurs, whether it's done by Republicans or Democrats.
Do you feel like you're being heard by the Republican Party, though, nationally on this issue, which you seem to be fighting both sides at this point, who are, you're on both ends here?
Well, look, that's what I promised when I first ran for Congress, is that I will stand up to either party in the interest of serving my constituents. And so if that's what's required in the moment, then that's fine. But the reality of the situation is that members of Congress on both sides of the aisle, Democrat and Republican, don't want this redistricting war to go on and to escalate. It's bad for the country. It's bad for representation. It's bad for democracy. And that's why my bill says, just hold on, let's put this on pause. Let's get back to the issues that actually matter to the American people.
Do you worry at all, though, about how your district could be reshaped if voters do end up approving these maps?
Well, of course, I don't want my district to be blown into 6 different pieces, as is being proposed. But, I honestly believe that I could win re-election whatever the map looks like, because when you go inside the mind of the gerrymanderer, in this case the governor, it's really offensive. It's insulting to voters, because the assumption is that if we just move voters with these characteristics into this district, then they'll vote the way that we want. But that's not the way it works. Voters are smarter than that. They look at the individual. They look at the issues. They look at whether that person has delivered for the issues that matter to their community. And that's why I've been able to get votes from Democrats, Republicans, and independents in the past. But I don't think this will be an issue. I think that if we get out the truth, then California voters are going to say, why don't we not tear up the map drawn by the independent commission that we put in place? Let's keep the districts the way that they are until we get the next census at the beginning of the next decade. That's the way that it's supposed to be done.
Representative Kiley, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course, you bet.
All right. Well, after the break, my conversation with California Secretary of State Shirley Weber on what this all means for voters. That's coming up.